it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the hashtag Team Tiny Scrappy Boy Stamps hop, and we're going to be making this card which features a couple of different techniques. To start off, we're going to use two of the images from the Scrappy Boy stamp set, Climb Every Mountain. And as you can see, this is a very large 6x8 stamp set. I chose the two adult images. There's actually 5 people images in here. There is a male adult, a female teenager, and then a tween boy and girl. I'm going to be stamping them in Catherine Pooler Midnight ink. So you see me inking them up here onto a piece of scrap cardstock that I had lying around. Well, the first technique that we're going to do is paper piecing. When I really don't feel like coloring, this is a great way to add a lot of texture and dimension to your images without having to do a lot of work, unless you consider fussy cutting a lot of work, and sometimes it can be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the dress from this purple paper. This is also a great way to use up a lot of your scraps, and that was one of my goals for this year, was to use up the scraps. So you can see I'm just using my Tim Holtz scissors to cut around the entire image, and you can go around the sides of this with a black marker, and I did on the first one that I cut out. However, the black marker was a little bit too thick and it bled too much onto the front. So if you have really thin cardstock, just be aware of that. I did go around the suit, and that was just a piece of scrap gray cardstock I had. Now I'm going to take some Copic markers to give a little bit of shading to the suit as well as the dress. I picked out some, I believe these are N markers, N and C markers. And then I picked out some V markers for her dress. And I thought this was really, really pretty. I also added a little bit of purple detail to the tie because I wanted to make the two coordinate with each other. And that's a great way that you can tie images in together. And even if they're not from the same stamp set, you can use coordinating colors like that in both images to try to tie everything together. So just coloring in the front of her dress and adding a little bit of highlights to the bottom as well as where the skirt would be kind of swishing around and where there are pleats. And then you can see I'm getting ready to add the clothes on, but first I'm going to Copic color. So while I'm Copic coloring, I'm going to just let this play so you guys can see the colors that I'm using. But I'm going to talk a little bit about this hop. There is a giveaway for the hop, so you want to make sure that you check the more information section down below. Scrappy Boy Stamps is giving away a free stamp and die set to one lucky winner. You're going to comment on each of the videos in the hop by November 6th. So that you can be entered for a chance to win. The winner will be announced on the Scrappy Boy Stamps Inspiration Group on Facebook, so there will be a link in the more information section below, so be sure to check it out and follow along with that. The owner, Sean, who sent us this stamp set very generously, so thank you, Sean, also sent me a note, and he said there's another 6x8 set called Can't Stop Singing and a 3x4 set called Fill My Heart that matches and coordinates with this set. So this is a new to me company. I believe it is a newer company. It was recommended by Sassy and Crafty for us to partner with him. So I'm very excited to see the other things that he has coming out. I've looked at his website and he has a lot of really, really cute stamp sets as well as dies to go along with it. So please make sure you check that out. I will have the link to the Facebook group, to his store below in the more information section, as well as you can click on the hashtag to find everybody's videos for this hop. And if you're new to the Team Tiny hops, welcome. Team Tiny is a collection of content creators on YouTube that have less than 1,000 subscribers. So we don't have any ads on our channels. So you can watch the entire free content without having to worry about the annoying ads that pop up in some of the larger channels. and everyone is super crafty and creative. I love seeing what everyone makes. I can't wait to see what everyone makes for this hop because we don't get to see what everyone does before, and we don't know what everyone is going to be creating with. We don't know the sets that Sean sent out to everyone. So very excited to watch everyone else's videos. I hope that you will hop along. If you're not familiar with a hashtag hop, it is going to be in the video description as well as the title of this video, and you're just going to click on it and you're going to be able to find everybody's videos who are participating. There are 10 of us who are in the hop, so it is a smaller hop, but even though it's a smaller hop, you're going to find a lot of good ideas and creative content on this channel. I always find when I watch the Team Tiny Hops, I get a lot of inspiration from it, so I hope that you do as well. So let's go back to the card. I am finishing up coloring him in, and I am just doing some very basic Copic coloring. I have taken a couple classes from Courtney Krieber, and I've talked about that in the past. And when I do them with her and she's telling me what colors to use and do things, she's done some free classes for some of her friends. And I can color perfectly and it comes out so well. And then I try to transfer those skills over, and I'm working on it. But I just generally do flicking motions with the lightest color, then go over it with the darkest, and then go back in the middle with the lighter colors and blend. If I do a 3 or 4 color blend, if I do a 2 color blend, it's usually just the lightest, then the darkest, and then I kind of go back in and add a little bit of highlights. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Nothing very detailed. A lot of these are smaller areas, which is again another reason that the paper piecing was so much fun, because I didn't have to color everything in. So once I've colored in the hair, the skin color, and then the shoes, I'm going to paper piece the outfits on here. This always reminds me of paper dolls from when I was little, and I just think it's so much fun to do this, and I think the girls would love doing this. Probably not the fussy cutting part because their dexterity probably isn't that great, but I do have a scan and cut that I could use. So I think we're going to be doing more of this, maybe for some Christmas cards. So now that I have attached the clothing to both of the characters, we're going to get ready to work on the background for this. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do a technique that I haven't done in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my characters on there, and then I'm going to take this spotlight stencil from Honeybee Stamps. And there are a bunch of different size ovals, and there are masks as well as stencils that come in this pack. And I decided that I wanted to use the largest one just to cover up the people. I wanted to have kind of a halo around them. And then I'm using this stencil from Sassy and Crafty. This is probably one of my favorite ones that they do. This is one of the heart ones, and I'm using some Distress Oxide in Shaded Lilac along with a blending brush to go around and just put that pattern on the back. And then when I lift it up, it's like magic. I love that reveal, and it's so fun that there's a big white kind of halo around them, so the spotlight is on them, and these are called spotlight stencils and masks. So the sentiment that I used says, "Here you are, standing there, loving me," and I thought this was really, really nice. This could be a nice anniversary card. I just thought that was a really, really good sentiment to go along with these two images and holding hands, and I like that she's kind of leading him like they're walking down a path or something. So, I always have to have a story made up in my head, but feel like that's what they're doing. They're just walking. I kind of feel like maybe I could have done a scene and done a field with hills in the background and stuff like that, which there are mountains in here. There are a lot of other accessories, and there are a bunch of sentiments in this stamp set. So again, I encourage you to go over and check it out because there's a lot in this stamp set and in the other stamp sets that were mentioned, which are called Can't Stop Singing and Fill My Heart, so that coordinate with this. So after that piece is done, I cut a backer piece, which is 1/8 of an inch larger. I'm going to glue that down to the card base. I used 110-pound gray cardstock, and then that black cardstock is just 65-pound cardstock from Michaels. Glued that down using my Honeybee Bee Precision Glue. put that down on the back, and the card is done. That is everything. Oh, there's Lucy. I had to turn the camera off and turn it back on to glue it back because she likes to jump up on my desk now. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, like, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!